$48 million in last-mile broadband grants awarded in California. NATO responds to the latest incident of underwater data cable sabotage. Big video subscriber losses for Comcast and Charter. AST Space Mobile gets FCC approval to proceed with testing. And the Department of Justice sues to halt HPE's acquisition of Juniper Networks. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbin. $48 million in last-mile broadband grants, part of California's Broadband for All initiative, has been approved by the CPUC. A total of 8 projects will be funded, including a $17 million award for 3 projects in Fresno County, $15 million for 3 projects in Lake County, and $17 million for 2 projects in Sonoma County. Last December, the California Public Utility Commission approved $225 million in last-mile broadband grants for projects in 14 counties statewide. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization has mounted its first coordinated response to a suspected sabotage campaign targeting yet another underwater data cable. A fiber optic cable was severed in Swedish waters in the Baltic Sea. 3 ships carrying Russian cargo were nearby, one of the 3 ships detained by the Swedish Coast Guard. NATO recently announced formation of a surveillance mission called Baltic Sentry, utilizing naval patrols along with enhanced drone, satellite, and electronic surveillance of Baltic areas crisscrossed by critical infrastructure. The latest incident damaged a cable between Sweden and Latvia. Lawmakers across the country are looking to create legislation similar to New York's Affordable Broadband Act, which went into effect last month. Legislation has been filed in Massachusetts to establish a $15 per month plan for low-income households, and now Assembly Bill 353 has been introduced in California, which would mandate ISPs make affordable home internet plans available. Tasha Borner, who serves as chair of the California Assembly Communications and Conveyance Committee, introduced the bill and indicated that the foundation of the legislation is linked to California's existing Digital Equity Bill of Rights. No word yet on when confirmation hearings will be scheduled for Ariel Roth, nominee to lead the NTIA. Roth has served as policy director for the U.S. Senate Committee on Commerce and previously in a number of roles at the FCC, along with serving as a legal fellow with the Hudson Institute's Center for the Economics of the Internet. New FCC Chairman Brendan Carr calling for new spectrum auctions for wireless mobile. The February 27th FCC meeting will be the first under his chairmanship. On the agenda, auction of AWS-3 spectrum licenses, the band of radio frequencies used primarily for mobile broadband and public safety. Also slated, revisiting rules regulating volume levels for TV commercials. In other news from the Federal Communications Commission, AST Space Mobile has been granted a special temporary authority which allows testing to begin on 5 low Earth orbit Bluebird satellites carrying unmodified devices in AT&T and Verizon's low-band wireless spectrum. The FCC has given previous approval related to development of space-based cellular broadband connectivity. Lumos Fiber has announced an expansion into the Birmingham, Alabama metropolitan area. Plans call for 1,300 miles of fiber. Engineering work already underway. Network construction to begin soon. Starlink T-Mobile service providing connectivity to a limited number of Galaxy phone models outside of tower range. That's now in a free beta stage. That from a report by ZDNet. Earlier reports indicated that the initiative would expand to include iPhones using the iOS 18.3 operating system. U.S. Department of Justice has filed an antitrust lawsuit to block HPE's acquisition of AI-native networking specialist Juniper Networks. The DOJ has indicated that the combination would eliminate competition and raise prices. The deal to acquire Juniper Networks was first announced in January of 2024. Lots of lost subscribers for Comcast and Charter from Q4 24. Comcast dropped 139,000 broadband customers. Charter 123,000. Representative Tad Ryan of New York and Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy have introduced the Stop Sports Blackout Act. The bill would require cable companies to pay back customers for programming blackouts. Such blackouts typically are the result of TV distribution contract negotiations between networks and cable providers. And finally, 56% of all Super Bowl 59 viewers expected to stream the big game. That from a survey of 1,000 folks by Vegas Slots Online. It'll be 64% if you're Gen Z or millennial. Super Bowl does drive big tech purchases. 21% of viewers investing in new entertainment systems specifically for watching the big game. And as for the Taylor Swift effect, 9.6 million viewers will be tuning in just to catch a Swiftie moment. You know, there is a ball game there. Thanks for watching. See you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.